too up?
Could be.
Oh, bring it down a notch. I look short, cuz. Oh, God. Oh, God.
You look short because you are short.
I am almost your height, big fella. I'm sexy. Alright.
Mic check 1 2 12. Is that good? I have no idea. Good day, everyone.
Good morning.
Welcome to the Son and I video podcast.
Good afternoon.
Featuring Mr. Avery Cain
Good evening.
and Ida.
Good late night.
Ida, Mr. ID,
Good middle of the night.
layman's terms.
Good crack of dawn.
As you could tell, Mumbles over here, aka Jabba Jaws, looks a little bit different. Why is that, Mr. Cain?
Don't ask me stupid questions.
What's going on? I don't
Stupidity
know.
is a pet peeve of mine, Mac.
Stupidity is a pet peeve?
Yeah.
Meaning you love being stupid?
No, pet peeve means you don't like something, Dad.
It's a pet peeve of mine. So someone being stupid or displaying stupidity
Yes.
is a pet peeve of yours.
Like asking me.
You said stupidity's a pet peeve of mine. That's weird.
Like asking a stupid question. Like
I
you
like
know why I look different?
But it wasn't correct English. Why do you look different again?
Cause I have these.
And those are? Some people are not watching this. Some people plug their phones in their cars.
These are braces.
And they're just listening. Oh, you have braces. Wow.
Crazy, I know.
Why do you have braces?
I look sexy with them. No, I need to straighten out my teeth. So why not do it now? Plus, I can finally do this.
And what does that do?
That's the Rocky jaw.
Like Rocky Balboa?
Like ASAP Rocky.
Okay, that doesn't make any sense. So you wanted braces. I myself told you didn't need them. Matter of fact, you have fangs. I feel they give him character. He does not agree with that fact. He wants to straighten his teeth, and for some mundane reason, he thinks it makes him look sexy. So God bless you for the next 2 years. You have already broken them, though. Am I correct?
One bracket, Dad. That's not broken the whole brace.
How many days were you in?
Broke them on Monday.
4 days in.
Yeah.
Not even a week. Good job. Alrighty.
It was her fault.
Who?
Mom.
It was her fault that you were biting her?
She fed me stupid bacon.
She fed you bacon, but you should have known not to eat crunchy bacon. You should have picked the chewier pieces.
All the bacon was crunchy. Do not listen to him.
I'm just saying, or you could have not eaten crunchy ass bacon.
Or you could have not. Or you could have helped me. You could have helped me.
I don't understand.
Maybe if you would have been there, this would have never happened.
Again, I don't understand.
Now I'm missing a bracket.
And it's my fault,
Yeah.
apparently.
It is your fault at its finest.
All right. You just came from somewhere. Where were you?
I was in the mountains.
You took a vacation with your school?
Yup.
School trip.
School trip to the mountains.
Where'd you go?
Stokes State Forest. School of Conservation.
Oh, you went to Stokes.
Yeah.
I thought it wasn't Stokes.
No, it is Stokes.
Oh, so you went to the famous Stokes Forest
I
that I've heard about so much throughout my childhood.
never got to go.
Every goddamn school went to Stokes except for 37, apparently.
Because y'all have
I don't know.
Ghetto. Y'all is ghetto.
That's bullshit, though, because the people who were older than me went to Stokes. For some reason, when I got to 8th grade, though, they stopped that.
Because y'all was ghetto.
They were doing it for every other class.
I know, but
before
every
me.
other class probably wasn't like you guys. They would have slang and stuff like that. But you guys, apparently, if I recall, you said a story. You threw a stall bathroom door.
I said I
out of
witnessed
a
that
window.
happen.
That means people did it in your class.
Okay, and they were the good kids. And the kids that graduated the year before them were derelicts. At best. At the very worst, killers. Some of them are in jail now for murder.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
25 to life. You know, they were way worse. You know.
Than a kid.
Older kids are always worse. I mean, when I first went to Ferris, you know, they still did It was still that Halloween stuff where people had nair and balloons or piss in balloon, and it was very
that's
bad.
funny. Nah.
They bust the nair balloon on your head and your hair would fall out because nair is to take off hair on your legs.
I just want to put this out there. I look like I haven't slept. And you know why? I couldn't sleep. You know why?
Why?
Because I would lay down. Me and my boys, so think of it like this. There's 10 of us in the cabin. 5 people in one room, 5 people in the other. In one room, it's me, Tony, Franz, Bishop, and Shamar. It's just us. We're chilling. Okay. We're trying to sleep. It first of all started off with Tony and Tony being on the phone talking to his girl, and him and Shamar trying to talk.
I thought they took y'all phones away.
They did, but 2 people got to keep them.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I know. But they just kept us all up, and my boy Franz is stupid. Every time somebody says something along the lines of anything with good, like what's good or something like that, he'll just yell out from the top bunk, "You know what's good? Shutting the fuck up and going to sleep."
Oh, he wasn't happy that y'all were talking to him?
No, he's been trying to sleep all day.
Oh.
And then eventually we got to the point where we like, all right, we're gonna stop, and we were gonna go to sleep. Then the other room is right across from us, and there's no door, so we see and do. And we
How many of y'all went? Because I saw 2 buses. Did 2 buses go out there?
No, only one.
I saw 2 buses parked. That's weird. Oh, whatever. How many people you think went?
Like 36, 40 something.
That's it? There's 36 kids in your class and no teachers went?
There's 48 in my class.
Okay. So 50 people with teachers and stuff?
Yeah. Not including teachers, just like...
That's what I mean. How many people total?
Like 40. 45.
Okay. I'm not going to bother with trying to do the math. But that's great. And then what happened?
And they were just being really loud and stupid. And I got mad because it was 3 a.m. And I literally... Tony and everyone just has their pillows over their heads. I literally just get up and I walk to everyone and I say, "Yo, the next time I hear..." And no, I first started off with, "I'm going to ask y'all nicely. Please, shut the fuck up and go to sleep."
At 3, they were still talking.
They were being
talking?
loud.
All right.
And then I shut the light off, and then they turn it back on, and I go back and lay down. And
but it's like a sleepover. You're not supposed to sleep. You're supposed to have fun.
Let me finish. And 40 minutes pass. Because this is an annoying story, but 40 minutes pass.
Yeah.
Then I go back, and Tony's like, "Yo, I'm really about to go over there and deck them." And everybody says they're about to. I just get up and go do it.
So you're trying to say you went and punched someone?
Okay, no. I went over there, and there was the guy that was being the loudest. I turned on the light, I said, "Who in here is making the most noise?" And everybody points to the kid Zaire, and I felt so bad. I just go up to him. I grab him by the shoulders. I say, "Please, I am trying to sleep."
Why was sleep so important? Why you knew you were only out there one night? I'm just saying. Why not bug out?
You have to wake up at 6.
Okay, and
I'm not trying to be tired the whole day.
But to do drills, what were you waking up at 6 for? Breakfast?
I don't. Yeah, breakfast, getting ready.
So I'm just saying you could have had fun. You could have bugged out. I don't know.
We were tired. We had our fun. Me and my friends are not like other kids. I tell you, we do what we do, and we do it because we like it and we want it. Yeah. So I shook the kid, and then after that, they were still loud. And then Tony, Franz, and these 2 other people got up, and they started yelling at each other. Then Shamar got up and threw a pillow at somebody. Then Matthew, which is another one of my boys, it was at 5 a.m. and we were all chilling. Because I was still sleeping. I don't know about anybody else. I know I was sleeping. And I wake up. All I wake up is to is Matthew getting up like I do. And now the other kids are sitting in the middle of the cabin instead of in their room.
Yeah.
And Matthew just walks out. He goes, "Yo, what the hell, niggas?" And they're like, "What?" He goes, "It's 5 a.m. Why are you still awake?"
Matthew doesn't sound like a black name.
He's not.
Is he Latino?
He's white, Dad.
But he said niggas. Was there any black people there?
Yeah.
And they had no problem with this?
Nope.
Okay. Go on.
And lost train of thought.
Matthew yelling, y'all been throwing pillows. Y'all being rambunctious. Y'all having a good time.
And
bugging
eventually
out.
it hits 6 o'clock and the teacher's here to say wake up.
Why didn't the teachers come a long time ago if y'all being that loud? Why wouldn't they say, "Hey, shut the fuck up"?
Because they tried 3 times, and we didn't stop.
I'm surprised nobody got in trouble.
First time, second time, third time, the fourth time, I guess they eventually stopped. Plus, they were patrolling, making sure no kids snuck out.
Yeah.
And eventually they fell asleep at like 2, 3 a.m. And they were almost late to come pick us up.
Oh, yeah?
And they woke up just on time.
Tell you what, it's kind of hot for this fucking long sleeve hoodie. I'm not enjoying myself right now.
No, Dad, you thought it was going to be light for this hoodie?
I don't know, but I'm not having a great time with this goddamn hoodie. Oh!
Take it off.
So I have a fucking wife beater on.
Long story short, I hurt my teeth. Long story short, Tony gets up with Franz, and we are awake now, and we just start scaring them because they thought we kept telling them that there were clowns around. And
who the fuck believed that? Yo, there's clowns out there. Word?
Yo, I'm dead serious. And then Tony, I was messing with Tony. Tony, if you're watching this, I told you I wasn't lying. I was. Tony's bed is right across from mine. It's like literally this much space. And Tony's just laying there with his headphones on. And it's the middle of the night, and he's just sleeping. You know, he just has his headphones on. I inch my hand, and I just tap like this. And I go right back. And he goes, yo, who did that? Because he hates it when people touch him in the dark or do something. He doesn't mess with, like, anything like that. And we just have fun. It's cool.
Sounds like you had fun. You're actually excited telling the story. You know how I know you had fun? Because now we're not going to talk about that. And I'm going to see the energy level go, whoop, whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Nettle mouth. Alright, 2 people got shot and killed today in Ireland.
What?
4 people murdered.
Why are you talking about that? What are you talking about?
37.
What are you talking about?
I'm joking. It's not a real. That's what it sounds like when your stories come on. What are you talking about?
What?
Get it? When you start talking about something, that's what it sounds like.
But I'm not talking about anything negative.
Oh, all right. Continue.
I haven't even started yet. Continue. I haven't started anything. All right, so I'm glad to hear you had a good time.
Yep.
I don't know if the first 10 minutes should be stricken from the record, but we're going to go on. I feel like this goddamn camera's wrong. I don't like it. I don't know.
That's perfect.
I don't like it. It's not. I'm not feeling it. Mother Teresa, who, as we all know, earned the Nobel Peace Prize, advocate for poor people and civil rights all around the world, did her best to help impoverished communities, and we all know Mother Teresa. I mean, it's literally, her name is used to explain someone that's being a goody two-shoes. Like, you know, if you do something to you, what are you, Mother Teresa or something, you know? Like, you know, like you're too good. You know what I'm saying?
I have not heard that phrase.
Well, you're a child, so you wouldn't have heard that phrase, but all my life, I did. And I've been on Earth longer.
40 years.
So I haven't been on Earth 40 years.
You're almost 40.
I'm 30-something. I'm in my mid-30s.
You're like 38, Dad.
I'm in my mid to late 30s. That's not 40.
Alrighty.
37.97 diesel.
We'll be 37 to 40 in the next few weeks. I mean, months.
Glad to see you paying attention.
I'm delirious, man.
Yeah, well, they made her a saint over the past week in Vatican City, where the Pope lives. He ordained her a saint. Sainthood is given, you know, not to many people. I mean, you gotta, I think to become a saint, there has to be proof that a miracle took place in your lifetime, that you caused the miracle, and it can't just be one. So, Apparently, she passed the test, and
She's not a saint.
someone who taught us to contemplate and adore Jesus every day and recognize him, Pope Francis declared her a Jubilee Year of Mercy. He declared 2016 the Year of Mercy in honor of her. Mother Teresa's ideal church is a kind of field hospital. Like I said, she liked to help the people, going from community to community, wherever people were needed the most, where they needed medicines and food. She was there. She was first boots on the ground, trying to get something popping to help the fucking people. And, God bless her.
All right, then.
Literally. God bless her because she's a saint now. Santa Teresa.
Santa Teresa.
Which is Saint Teresa.
Saint Teresa. Saint Teresa. I feel like I know somebody named Teresa.
Your grandmother.
I was about to say.
Her middle name's Teresa.
Saint Teresa. That's dope. I feel like we need to get more upbeat because this is being too quiet and like low bow, low below something. Like we need to talk more.
We don't need to do a goddamn thing. There's two of us here. You could do whatever the fuck you gotta do. If you feel that the energy is not to the levels that you would like, step up your game.
I was good. Yeah, I can't yell. It's hard.
Oh my, I don't know why in the last week I've been on some Illuminati shit.
Oh.
Peeping songs, playing shit backwards.
He loves it.
Conspiracy theories and all that shit. I guess it started with a story about Hillary Clinton, and because all her emails are being leaked by WikiLeaks, and people say Russia because they're in cahoots with Trump, and all the bullshit.
Okay.
It's whatever. Whoever and whatever. This information's coming out.
I can feel you very about it.
And one of her emails is to John Glenn or some astronauts who basically are hiding the fact that aliens exist. There's pictures of her with John D. Rockefeller's grandson, who is supposedly, I don't know if he's part of the Majestic 12, which is 12 people who are vowed to keep the secret of aliens or whatever. Stay with me. But he is part of a committee that does handle alien disclosure. And Edgar Mitchell, who's a famous astronaut, is emailing her saying, I'll read the fucking actual emails. Is one of the emails. It is urgent that we agree on a date and time to meet to discuss disclosure and 0 point energy. At your earliest available after your departure. My Catholic colleague, Terry Mansfield, will be there too. To bring us up to date on the Vatican's awareness of extraterrestrial entities.
So already you're messed up when you're talking about disclosure for aliens. Which
What do you
means
mean?
to hide them. So why aren't people jumping out of their seats for this,
Because people don't want to believe about aliens. They don't want to believe about shit like that.
That's cool, though.
But since, Harry Truman, since 1947, 2 years after we dropped the nuclear bomb on Japan twice, supposedly Roswell happened. Aliens crashed. If they're an advanced race, why would they crash? I don't understand. But let's say what it is. We shot them the fuck down because that's what we do. And, the World War II was over, but we were scared of anything Russian. The Cold War was just getting popping. And they were shot down. And we as fucking humans can't help but be nosy and we cut open the goddamn aliens, and their eyelids became night vision, and all their technology is the shit we got on our iPhones now, and whatever. Around that time, because let's call those aliens prospectors, in the Indiana Jones of their species, as it were.
Whoa.
They're just studying. They're nerds. They're not ones with the guns.
They're not ones.
But the guys with the gun, the guys with the power, came, and supposedly there was a secret meeting with President Eisenhower. It's a secret meeting on some type of base where basically we made a treaty with the aliens. This, you can Google all of this. I'm not bullshitting. I'm not saying that it's true because I wasn't there. I'm just saying this is what has been said when it comes to this topic. I mean, why are astronauts that clearly not just believe there are aliens, but know there are, like have seen them, met them, dealt with them, and all that jazz, and more of the emails I'll read will prove that. Why would he be contacting her about how do we handle this delicate information? And why are there pictures of her before she even married Bill Clinton walking with John D. Rockefeller? One of the heads of the disclosure handling this sensitive information.
The Majestic 12.
I don't know if he's part of the Majestic 12, but the Majestic 12 was created to keep these secrets. George Bush's father, the first Bush president, was part of the Majestic 12 around the time when he was director of the FBI. So the president makes a deal with the aliens, basically we're sorry we shot y'all down. I'm paraphrasing, and like I said, I wasn't there. I could only guess with the information that's out there. Why would they make a deal like this? They basically said, okay, sorry, please don't kill us. You could abduct this many humans a year. You could cut up this many fucking animals a year. Whatever, just don't kill us. Now, they weren't going to give us any more technology because we already stole some from the craft that landed. And the alien suits, or if they were their bodies, I don't know, because I, again, wasn't there. But this guy seems to be worried. The part that he's saying it's urgent is because he's basically saying that the aliens ain't gonna put up with fights. They're not gonna put up with us. It's not gonna be no Independence Day. They won't tolerate. His exact words is, they will not tolerate
war,
any violence, whether it's in space or on the ground.
So they'll just kill us.
Yes, they have the capability to kill us in one button. If they even think motherfuckers are putting on their vests and ready to come into a fight with them, they'll eradicate us. His exact words in the leaked email. Edgar Mitchell warned John Podesta, who's some type of head of state. He's her campaign chairman, Hillary Clinton's campaign chairman. He warns him, we're arguably closer than ever to war in space. And the extraterrestrials would not tolerate any forms of military violence on Earth or in space. He also says, however, despite their apparent intolerance, he described the ETIs as nonviolent.
Really?
Yeah, he says they're nonviolent. They're able, in theory, if this is all true, they're able to travel through light years of space. They're able to travel through space and time, which means they either live an exponentially long amount of fucking time, or they found the way to fold the fucking universe and get from point A to point B really fucking fast. They could use wormholes. They know. They're super advanced. They're not threatened by us, so they don't want to fight us. They probably find us intriguing. Wow, you guys were able to split an atom because you're able to, blow up a whole goddamn city.
Probably think we're a little
so you're smart. Yeah, you got potential. But you're also like animals. You're also animalistic. we're probably intriguing to them. Like an animal at the zoo. Which is
more
why
of
they
it.
study us and whatever is their reasoning. Like I said, I don't know them. So I have no idea why they do the things they do.
You're best friends with them.
But, this guy seems to know them very well or knows, they've made it clear over the years, I guess, since this treaty. Yeah, imagine how scary these motherfuckers gotta be that the President of the United States, after World War II, where we showed the ultimate fucking power, that we could erase cities in an instant, still said, hola.
We gotta stop.
This is what we could do. Deals. Giving up his own people, potentially. Okay, you could take 1,000 people a year for forever. Just don't invade us. Just don't hold us accountable for what we have done. Whatever was the reasons for their deal. So, and I'll just read the email so you don't think this is
so bad.
So you don't think I'm just winging it and just making sure I'm talking about. This is real emails WikiLeaks has released from John Mitchell, super famous astronaut, to Hillary Clinton about alien disclosure. He writes, he worked on the Treaty on Prevention of the Placement of Weapons in Outer Space. Mitchell did this. He writes, most satellites orbiting Earth belong to the U.S., China, and Russia. And recent tests of anti-satellite weapons don't exactly ease the scare factor.
Whoa.
It sounds like science fiction, but the potential for real-life Star Wars is real enough. Now, if you remember, back in the 80s, Reagan famously made a speech at the UN talking about all the differences in humanity, and he basically said, imagine how quickly we'd get along if we had to fight someone from outer space. How quickly all our petty differences would go away if it was humans versus somebody else. You know what I mean?
Versus xenomorphs.
And in that breath, he also said, but I say to you now, are not the aliens already here? He wanted to build something. He wanted to start something called Star Wars. Basically, cannons in space. So if you play Gears of War, how you could summon a cannon to shoot down to Earth, something like that, but the cannon shoots outward.
Oh, so
there is footage by NASA itself of spaceships floating, and you can see beams shooting, and then course correction by supposed ships, but NASA says it's debris. Goes against the science, physics, that debris that's just floating along in the vacuum of space course corrects itself to move out of the way of a laser beam.
Whoa.
But that's another story. Just like half of the East Coast a few years ago saw a fucking UFO so big that people from New York to Florida saw it at the same time on a Saturday night. And the next day, they gave the same excuse they gave in 1947. Gases and mist and the light reflecting off Venus hit the Hudson River, and that's why you saw a spaceship in the sky. They don't even try to change the lies anymore. They just have the textbook lies. And if you don't think, look, again, this is John D., the grandson of John D. Rockefeller, walking with Hillary Clinton.
Looks old.
A long fucking time ago. She just finished college. She's with Bill, apparently. Now, Barack Obama took NASA off the books. Supposedly to save money. Or for whatever reason, he took NASA off the books, and then in the same year said, we're going to go to Mars by 2030.
Whoa.
With all these private agencies footing the bill. But he requested $5 billion for space defense in 2016.
Oh.
What do you got to defend yourself from in space? Other satellites?
Maybe they got to defend themselves from
Stop.
aliens.
Yeah. It's not no maybe that we were defending ourselves from other satellites. We're defending ourselves from aliens. apparently. But again, this shows you that the right hand don't talk to the other. Just like on the FBI's table in August of 2001, there was a letter saying, motherfuckers from Al-Qaeda are studying how to fly planes, and the 3 guys in the class in Florida, none of them want to learn how to land. They just want to learn how to fly a plane. You might want to look into these cats. And those same 3 cats were part of the 19 people that hijacked planes and committed the atrocity of September 11th. Again, the right hand not telling the left hand. Somebody could have read that memo and easily told the CIA and whatever. You know, I don't work in government. I understand they move slow. I've been to the DMV. But, you know, whatever. But if the guy who's NASA guy, astronaut, who's met aliens, is saying, yo, they're really non-violent. They're indifferent to fighting. Why the fuck does Barack want to have $5 billion to protect ourselves?
They probably angered them, like, bad.
You know, I guess you got to be preemptive. You got to worry, well, they're cool now, but what if they don't stay cool? I get that, you know, but I don't know. This is weird. All of it is weird, and that's the point. That's why they released these emails on her, to just show how secretive she is, how many secrets she keeps. So it's about the devil you know. You know, not the devil you don't know. That old saying. Mm-hmm. So, you know, they're basically painting her like Hillary is a demon who will sit in your kitchen, shaking your head, consoling you. Don't worry, your baby's okay. You know, the baby got kidnapped, but don't worry, she is okay. While her people are hacking the baby up in the next room to pieces. She'll smile in your face while she's consoling you. At least Donald Trump would be like,
your baby's dead.
Your baby's dead, but here's a check.
Hey, things happen. You know life is life.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta move on sometimes, you feel me?
The devil you know. He's an asshole. He really is. I get it. But he's an asshole not controlled by all these crazy invisible hands.
No one can control Trump.
You know, a maniac who controls himself, I trust more than a puppet who's controlled by an invisible fucking hand. I know people don't like talking about this shit, that it's crazy, it's bullshit, whatever. So why are head fucking scientists and astronauts emailing this bitch talking about how we gonna hide this? I mean, at the end of the day, Trump is a plant. He's a plant by the Illuminati. If you believe in that, the Bilderberg group and Illuminati and secret control, then you gotta know that Trump was put there so Hillary would win. He was not supposed to gain traction. He was not supposed to be taken seriously. It was just supposed to put somebody so ridiculous on this side that everybody will have to vote for her.
But what they didn't know is Trump is a savage.
What they didn't expect this traction. And if you don't believe that, then why the fuck didn't they even allow Bernie his chance? Because Bernie Sanders probably could have earned the nomination. But as you know, if you don't know, I'll tell you, they found secret emails from the chairman of the fucking DNC, the Democratic National Committee, her ex-chairman or whatever, right-hand fucking woman, scheming on Bernie Sanders, sending emails to each other, talking about, yo, you know what you got to do when you debate Bernie? You got to call him on the fucking religion. Because he claims he's a Jew, but he's really atheist. He don't believe in God. And that won't play well in the Bible Belt. They were already writing emails to each other in the tone of, all right, when Hillary got this, so when she wins, this is what we got to do, this we got to do. When you're circumventing what is supposed to be our right is to choose who we feel is best. And Bernie had enough traction, especially from the young vote and women.
Because of a utopian society type of thing he had going on.
He's a super socialist. Yeah, what he wanted was unrealistic. Yeah, he was shooting high, but he was not controlled. He was not the plan.
He felt the burn.
You know, he was not the plan.
Get it?
And yes, he felt the burn. I get it. You're fucking hilarious.
Hey, go on now.
You know, that's why I went, because it delves into a topic that I get. It's kind of bullshit. Like, Illuminati all over your body. Really? The New World Order was a wrestling fucking duo. I get it. But if you believe in such things, of course they'll make a joke of it. Of course they'll make light of it. And only maniacs will be the ones that you look at like, he's a little unhinged, the one speaking about shit like this, because they want you to think, they're trying to sell to you that it is bullshit. So if it's true, they're doing a good job of misinformation and making it look like a bunch of fucking bullshit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're doing a great job of doing that.
But if you even for a half a millisecond entertain, without Illuminati, without secret hands, just the fact of all the secrecy in these emails, you know, the fact that professionals in government that deal with space programs and have possibly interacted with alien life forms are saying, how do we handle this sensitive information? You know, it seems it's getting out little by little too. How do we control it so that people don't freak out? Because I would imagine the reason they ever made a treaty with these beings in the first place, and the reason they don't tell us shit, is because they think we'll run around naked shooting wildly into the air. Or what, you know what I mean? That we won't be able to handle it. But maybe if they told us in 1947, we would have swallowed that bitter pill by 2016. Now, the fact that you treat us like children doesn't help.
You make us think we can't handle things.
And people can't. People are crazy. You know, people don't have they have a handle on what they have. That's why people don't want to hear about the lyrics in a song backwards are sending satanic messages, even if they can clearly hear it. Because they're like, no, that's my favorite song. Put a ring on it. You know, it's just a song about empowerment. You know, nowhere in there she's saying, bow to me and I love Lucifer. Of course not.
That would make sense.
Because MK Ultra is not real either. The CIA didn't spend 10, 20 fucking years making serums and finding ways to secretly control people. That never happened.
Oh, I thought you were going to say MK Ultra as in Mortal Kombat Ultra.
Again, hiding in plain sight.
Oh, okay.
I mean, not that they're sending the message like, look, I'm just flaunting in front of you, MK Ultra is real because we called this game MK Ultra. But when you associate, when you be like, when someone says MK Ultra and these drugs that the CIA made, be like, MK Ultra, that's a fucking video game, dude, stop. You know, you get people to shut each other down.
This is hectic.
The greatest trick the devil ever pulled is making everybody think he didn't exist. That old spiel.
Ever since we got atheists and stuff, people pulling away from religion.
It's just weird. You know, I believe in God and stuff. I believe in a higher power, not necessarily the God everyone subscribes to. I believe in a higher power. Maybe they were aliens and old, you know, our ancestors thought they were gods because they're flying in on fiery chariots. We call them rockets. You know, whatever. Maybe they couldn't explain what they were looking at. You know, but my son is very fucking atheist. I find that weird because I've trained him very well. I try to give him every knowledge I have. You know, and I had to start accepting, well, I'm training him. Maybe though I'm saying this, you know, how I live is different. You know what I mean? So I'm saying, you know, God, I tell him the stories of God. Since a little kid, he knew everything. You know, I tell him from the Torah, from the Quran, everything. You know, and I bless myself when I leave the house. I got my grandma's rosary beads, you know. I bless myself because my grandfather used to, and I don't think him a stupid man, you know. But the Taino Indians were fed Jesus. I'm pretty sure they had their own gods when the Spaniards got there, you know. And God is just, it's comforting to think that there's something after you die, you know. But I'm too smart for my own good, and maybe while I was teaching him, I try to teach my son everything. So like I was telling him every story from every book of the Torah and everything. I also tell him science. You know, I also tell him life. And I've always let him make his own judgments. So, you know, sometimes he angers me when he's like on some, Dad, really? God? You know, really? And I get mad because I'm like, how could you not believe you're my son or whatever? But I got to think, maybe that's my doing, you know?
Maybe it is.
You know, I don't know.
Maybe you're the Illuminati and your plan is backfired on you.
God, but yeah, secret emails, and there are a lot of them that are really ill and political and deep. But I didn't want those. I wanted the weird ones. I gravitated towards the weird ones because once I saw Alien Disclosure, I'm like, ooh, ancient aliens.
Ancient
aliens. And we'll finish on this. There's a lot. The symbol of the beast at fucking the G20 summit and the Battle of Los Angeles, because I segued from UFO and I told Jackie, there was a war? That back in the 40s, and it's recorded. You could look for the Battle of Los Angeles. There was an incident in California where there were UFOs in the sky, and they're shooting it for like 3 hours straight with missiles and everything. Millions, let's just say hundreds of thousands of people witnessed this. And the next day, the army said, our men overreacted. There was gas off of Venus shining off the Pacific Ocean. The same fucking lies that they're still telling 50 years later.
Yes.
Because 1,000 fucking army guys who are trained, professional, whatever.
Went through training.
Saw nothing.
They saw gas.
They were shooting at nothing.
And no, they didn't think to, check it out. They just kind of shot it.
There were spotlights and everything. They were hitting it. The witnesses said they were hitting the ships and nothing. Explosions, and the ships are still flying. They're still there. Doing ill maneuvers that are not even possible now. Let alone, whenever. 70 fucking years ago. But irrefutable proof that Barack Obama's Illuminati and his 2 daughters are clones and Michelle Obama's really a man.
Whoa.
And she's the one running the... I get it. A lot of this shit is ridiculous. But this one's good. This is based in science and all that good shit. Now, a while ago, scientists in Japan proposed a theory that the universe is a hologram. That's why they have the Hadron Collider, because they're trying to find dark matter.
Yeah.
Why they're trying to find dark matter is because if you believe in the Big Bang, like anything, a bullet out of a gun loses velocity. Eventually, the drag of air, and after a while, it slows down, it gets weaker, it falls. So the Big Bang happened 14 billion years ago, 12, whatever. The speed at which the universe is expanding should be slowing down. Back in the 20s or something, Hubble, which the telescope is named after, came to the realization that the universe is actually expanding faster than when the Big Bang started. That goes against the laws of fucking physics. It's impossible. So things like this propose when they asked Stephen Hawking, are we in the Matrix? It was a throwaway question. It was basically an easy one. I lobbed him a little softball so he could knock it out the park. That is a movie. You're fucking... whatever. You're supposed to shut it down real quick. His answer was, paraphrasing here, something to the effect of, you don't have to worry about... Don't worry about whether you're in the Matrix or not. What you need to do is be as happy as you can while you're here. And he gives this long diatribe about do the best you can and find your happiness and find your niche here. Nowhere in there does he give the easy throwaway answer of, no, we're not in the Matrix. He never says no. He's the smartest man alive. Arguably. He's like an Einstein cop. You know what I mean? So things like this, real smart people kind of figure, well, if the laws of physics don't apply, either there has to be something that we don't see there, dark matter, a lot of equations that Einstein thought were just wrong, and he put them away and no one found until he died because he just thought they were so wrong. In his equations, he came to the point where there has to be something that we don't see because that's the only way I could finish this math. So they want to find the Higgs boson, known as the God particle, and then dark matter. They want to understand. So then you got those scientists that want to deal with what they see and tangible facts. Then you got theoretical physicists who just sit around thinking shit up. That's their gig. And back in 2013, 2015, Japanese scientists, they came up with a theory called the holographic principle. Basically that the universe is a hologram.
Wow.
You know, it's real. The hologram. I fucked up. Sorry. The holographic principle is real, apparently, and they've they've done computations. They feed our universe into a computer that could quantify all the math, and they basically say, make a universe. You know, they type the information that's out there, that's known, as much as they can, and they say, okay, model us a universe. And it just doesn't happen. Basically, the universe should be in 2D, and the only way it's in 3D is because it has to have help. We see it in 3D. Classic Horizon, So, my point being that can't believe this.
What?
I don't have the other story. I have the story about when they created the theory, but recently they proved it right.
Ouchie.
They proved the theory to be true.
That's so bad.
Now, science goes under the guise of you have to do the same test over and over and over again and get the same result. I got to be able to do the same shit you did and get the same answer for shit to be true. All around, in every university, all over. So these guys, it's just one place in Japan that did it a few times, but it's one place. Of course, it has to be all over. And of course, places like SETI, I don't even want to get too deep because then it gets crazy. But SETI, y'all a bunch of haters. Y'all want to be the only motherfuckers that find an alien. If somebody else finds it, you don't want to hear about it. And that's not cool. You're not really scientists.
They need to do what they
You just want to be that guy that find, That's a little selfish, dude.
They do what they do first, because that's their gig.
But, okay, sorry. They find proof. Are we living in a hologram? For the first time, scientists prove strange theory could be true in realistic models of our universe, like I basically just explained. Since 1997, equations used to show holographic principle could be true have been based on models that contradict theories about our universe. All I gotta say is, back when they was landing out, we'll end the show right now. Back when they were landing on the moon, the Apollo missions and all that, they had to jettison a piece of the ship when they were leaving the moon. They put microphones on the moon just to see about seismic activity. What if there's earthquakes there? We don't know any, a lot of holes, craters on the moon. Let's get some microphones up there so we could, measure how hard they hit and all that good shit. When they jettisoned the piece of the space capsule and it hit the moon rang like a bell. For about an hour. Well, bells only ring because they're hollow. A solid piece of rock. If I picked up a car like magic, a car off the ground 1,000 feet and dropped it to the earth wouldn't ring.
It's full of layers.
It's solid fucking rock. Down to the molten core, but there are solid layers. You're very right. Why did it ring? An hour. Not a few seconds, an hour. It rang. Like a bell. So they purposely flew a spacecraft into the moon at a later Apollo mission, and it rang for 3 hours. Which led some scientists to believe that the moon could be hollow. Which would contradict their model of how the moon was created, because supposedly 2 planets about the size of Earth collided, and then that debris that was around the Earth coalesced into our moon. Which is why they say the moon controls the tides and all that shit. But if the moon's hollow, it could only be hollow if it was artificially made.
You can't have a hollow planet.
Yeah, no. No. Planets are not... Gravity starts in the center. So if gravity makes a rock come here, the next rock, it's built from the inside out. Planets are not built from the outside in.
I'm delusional, man.
So it would stand to reason that it can't be hollow enough to ring for 3 hours.
It'd be cool if it was like that.
So maybe it is a hologram, the universe, and the moon is a fucking hard drive running the program. And we're all in pods like fucking Matrix. Who's gonna save me? Oh, we've had fun today at the expense of my sanity. I'm glad you're back, brother.
Yeah, I'll be so much more upbeat next week, but I'm extremely tired and in pain.
So for the Sunday Night Video Podcast, I am Eider.
Mr. Foley 7 feet. I am
What?
Avery, aka Tommy Lee Jones, aka Scared Devil, aka Metal Mouth, aka Jabber Jaws.
And J-Rock, I saw Jessica Jones, but she drinks too much, so I guess I'm gonna have to wear a wig. Gonna have to be the fat Jessica Jones. We got to figure that one out, but we'll see what we could do.
What?
Send us a storyboard. Help me with jokes. Love you guys. Till the next time. Peace out. With my Illuminati one eye. The beast, Mac. The beast got me.
You gotta cover it like that.
I don't want to cover it. I don't want to be. Just let me free.
Yeah. Okay.
See you guys later.
Bye.